It is one of the oldest assumptions in modern geopolitics. Whoever has the most oil buried inside their borders controls the global economy. This chart shows the total volume of known underground oil globally, which hovers around 1.7 trillion barrels. When looking at how it's distributed, one specific nation towers above the rest. Venezuela sits on roughly 303 billion barrels of proven reserves. Yet, despite possessing more crude than Saudi Arabia, Iran, or Iraq, Caracas is not the capital dictating global trade. A trillion barrels trapped in the ground offer no geopolitical leverage if a country lacks the immense industrial infrastructure to actually extract and refine it. True dominance belongs to the nations that control the physical flow and supply chains, not the raw geology. The United States holds between 38 and 46 billion barrels in proven reserves, placing it near the bottom of the global top 10 list. Mapping reserves against daily production reveals a stark mismatch. The U.S. extracts an unparalleled 13.6 million barrels daily, making it the highest volume producer. Contrast that with the Middle East. These countries collectively control roughly half of all known global reserves. Because of that localized concentration, nations like Saudi Arabia consistently push over 6 million barrels onto the ocean daily, dominating the physical export market. Moving millions of barrels through international shipping lanes today provides much stronger international leverage than sitting on a century's worth of dormant oil tomorrow. Significant influence also stems from the global demand side. A handful of nations command international trade flows through the sheer scale of their domestic consumption. This flow map shows global shipping routes converging on Asia. China alone pulls in 11 to 13 million barrels from foreign ports daily, making it the largest single node of demand. But relying on ships from the Middle East and Brazil creates a geographic vulnerability. If a shipping lane closes or a trade war erupts, an import-reliant economy faces immediate price shocks. To defend against shocks, major consumers use strategic petroleum reserves. China has constructed massive storage networks, hoarding over 1.2 billion barrels as a physical buffer. India is currently constructing massive storage facilities near key coastal hubs, adopting the strategy of building deep physical reserves to insulate its own grid. For economies relying on foreign imports, state-controlled storage functions as a strategic safeguard against sudden supply disruptions or shifts in foreign policy. The modern world runs on a staggering volume of fuel. Every 24 hours, the global economy burns through roughly 104 million barrels of oil. The geopolitical standoff we see today relies on a delicate balance. Reserve-rich exporters hold the supply faucet, while rapidly industrializing Asian economies control the demand drain. However, the historically reliable growth of oil consumption is finally starting to slow. Shifting macroeconomic headwinds and the aggressive commercial rollout of electric vehicles are beginning to systematically replace internal combustion engines on the road. To accurately track where this leaves the markets, watch the raw data. Investors and analysts bypass the headlines and rely directly on primary reports from the International Energy Agency, the EIA, and OPEC itself. Global power rarely stays buried underground. It belongs to whoever can physically extract, ship, and consume the resources that keep the lights on.